Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Action Comics 992. This is a follow-up, sort of an epilogue to the Oz Effect storyline. Superman is trying to figure out if Mr. Oz is who he said he was, and he is not liking what he's finding. He gets very upset when Kellex tells him that Mr. Oz is who he claimed he was. And Batman shows up to kind of talk to him. He can kind of relate to what's going on. There's a brief reference to Batman when him and Flash had a little adventure called The Button, in which Batman found the comedian's button embedded in the Batcave wall, and the story that kind of ensued from there. And this all seems to be tied into what's going to be going on in Doomsday Clock. So Superman's a little confused and really just kind of needs some more information. So Green Lantern Hal Jordan shows up, and they go to Mogo, which is currently the headquarters of the Green Lantern Corps, and they search the Lantern Corps' database to see what's going on. And it turns out there is a recording of Krypton exploding, but something has corrupted part of the file. They do even have his rocket flying out of the planet, but then it gets kind of fuzzy and then it's already exploded. Well, that doesn't really set his mind at ease. He thinks that somebody's been tampering with time, and he's not wrong, but he's also not 100% correct. He decides to take things into his own hands, and he goes up to the JLA watchtower and finds the cosmic treadmill and uses it to go back in time. Unfortunately, this is probably a bad idea because Booster Gold shows up a second too late to warn him not to do it. So we're going to get a really cool crossover storyline from Superman and Booster Gold coming up. Hopefully it's cool anyway. Now, the art in this issue was vastly superior to the previous storylines. Pretty impressively done. I was real happy with it. Green Lantern looked really cool, especially. Not Ethan Van Sciver cool, but pretty cool nonetheless. Most of the scenes were really good. We got a lot of dynamic shots from different angles, which was really cool to see. The story was written by Dan Jurgens, but the script was by Rob Williams. Will Conrad did the art, and Hi-Fi did color. Rob Lay did letters. Paul Kaminsky was the editor. Eddie Berganza did the group editing. Like I said, I really liked what Will Conrad was doing here. I thought the art was pretty solid, and I'd like to see more of this guy's work. Overall, very, very good. So, very impressive issue. Great standalone storyline that kind of wraps up a little bit of what happened in the Oz Effect, which was a much weaker story in my opinion. So that's just my take on it. This is a definite pickup if you're reading Superman. I think they tied a lot in, especially to Doomsday Clock. I think this is all kind of going in that direction, and they're spending a lot of time building up to that. So if you've been reading Doomsday Clock, you'll probably want to pick this one up to complete your story arc. And if you picked up the Oz Effect, you'll definitely want this. It's a great epilogue that leads into the next storyline. But that'll do it for me. As always, thanks for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future episodes. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.